Good morning, it's Mary Beth for the Sunday Story, and today's Sunday Story comes from the Spark Story Bible, so it's back to one of our Bible stories. And this one is called The Widow's Offering, and I like to read this one when I'm complaining a lot or worrying that I don't have enough, because it's a good reminder for me that we should be grateful for everything that we have. So here's how it goes. Jesus sat down outside a temple and taught the disciples about how to share. "Do you see that rich man in fancy robes?" Jesus asked the disciples. They looked around and saw him. He twirled his robes when he saw that they were watching him. "I must be very special," thought the rich man. The man in fancy robes stopped in front of a money box outside the temple. He slowly reached into his money purse and pulled out several coins. One by one, he held them to the sun so that they flashed for all to see. "It's time for me to give to the poor," he said very loudly. The coins made a loud clang as he dropped them in the money box. Now Jesus asked the disciples another question. "Do you see that poor old widow?" Jesus whispered. He whispered the question because he didn't want to scare her. She looked this way and that. She tried to hide in the crowd. She bent over the money box. Clink, clink. Her two tiny coins barely made a sound as she dropped them in. The old woman reached her hand into her pocket. It was empty. Quietly, the poor woman shuffled away. "Did you notice?" asked Jesus. The man in fancy robes gave just a little of his riches and showed off a lot. The widow gave the only 2 coins she had and kept quiet about it. She shared everything. She is the one who gave the most. This is how I want you to share. So, even though the man in the fancy robes who had a lot of money, he gave a lot of money to the church, it wasn't very much of what he had overall. He just gave a little bit of what he had. And the poor woman, she gave everything that she had. And even though it was only 2 little coins, that meant that she offered more because she gave everything that she had to share. So I like to read this and remind myself that even when I feel like I don't have a lot, I still have a lot of gifts to give, and I can give back to others in my best way possible, even if it's only a little bit to me. So that is our Spark story for the week, and I will see you again next week. Bye.